So you know there's a cover-up of a cover-up when an investigation is called a witch hunt. The New York Times editorial board, which is more like President Obama's dog than Bo, calls Benghazi a Republican obsession, saying, quote, common sense and good judgment have long given way to conspiracy mongering and a relentless effort to discredit President Obama and former Secretary of State Hillary Rodham Clinton. And so they aligned to protect their prince and thus avoid the most obvious point: who pushed the damn video? It's the only question that scares them. And you know they're scared when they ask you to move on. Nothing to see here, folks. As the Times notes, the real scandal is that serious follow-up on security in Libya is going unaddressed. Actually, no. The real scandal is who pushed the damn video. But since you can't answer that without heads rolling, better to pretend you care about security of a consulate whose initial pillaging left you cold because your guy was in charge. You're going to tell me, Mr. Editorial Board, that you wouldn't call for blood if it were President Romney? Remember your big stink about his tax returns? This has now become a schoolyard pickup game. The media's pick sides. FNC, ABC, CBS is on one side. MSNBC, Jon Stewart, The Times are on the other. And we are the underdogs, the rebels, the Hoosiers. It's Rocky. It's Bad News Bears. It's bosom buddies. But why does it have to be a schoolyard? What? Grow up and do your job, media. And not for nothing, Fox News really is the vanguard, an advancing formation, the first to land and soften up the ground so everyone else can come in and do their jobs. It's a shame Jon Stewart is in the rear with the gear.
Interesting.
Can I take an exception to your full screen?
I want to ask Juan a question. Isn't the media complicit in a cover-up of a cover-up? And if you deny it, aren't you covering up the cover-up of the cover-up? And by saying no to that, aren't you then covering up the cover-up of the cover-up of the cover-up?
Perry Mason.
Exactly.
I'm guilty. I'm guilty. Get the shackles. I'm telling you. Now, you know what?
Oh,
this is an amazing moment on the 5.
It is?
I think I agree with you.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm serious. I think the media...
You've done that twice today.
Really? I don't... It must be the drink. Bowling has an effect on me. But I got to tell you something. I think the media should have been on this story earlier.
Yeah.
And I think that transparency is part of it. You know what? You got to demand that they produce the documents, give you everything up front. I understand that you're dealing with the CIA, and you're dealing with defense intelligence. Okay. But at some point, given that there were the deaths involved, I think the media had the responsibility to go hard at this story, to be an absolute pit bull. You talk about a watchdog. Be a pit bull. Because you know what? I disagree with my colleagues here. I don't think there's anybody been proven to be involved in lies and conspiracies. But the media... Wow, why aren't you out there pursuing the damn story?
Yeah. Wait a minute. If you just said, why wouldn't they jump in to pursue the lies and the conspiracy?
I didn't say there were any lies and conspiracy. There is. I don't think. If you show it to me, if you show me evidence, great. But there is no evidence of that.
But how can you say that? I mean, there's so much evidence.
I haven't seen any. If you cite it to me, here I sit. Cite it to me.
Two lies, two conspiracies. The first one was blaming the video for clearly.
That's not a lie.
It absolutely is a lie. To stand there in front of the caskets and blame a video. That's that's a cover for Obama. Hiding who gave the stand-down order is cover for Hillary Clinton. Can I just point out something?
Sure.
Your full screen.
Yeah.
You put CBS and ABC on our side, and I don't buy that. Maybe on this one instance that may be the case.
That was the point.
Normally they are always on the other side.
I'm saying on this.
And Fox is on the
see, it says Benghazi sides up there.
Right.
Sorry about the giant glasses. But see that on the top there?
He needs the glasses.
Yeah, quickly, because I want to roll some tape from the press conference.
Then roll.
Okay. Let's see the media coming to play.
That is not a single adjustment, as you said back in November. That is a major, dramatic change.
Well, it seems like there's been fuel added to the fire if this was such a minor issue.
Is that not a political motivation there? Those subjects were taken out of the CIA talking points at the direction of the White House.
Is the president satisfied with the way the administration handled this?
It seems clear that there was an influence by the White House.
Your initial characterization of the White House's involvement was to some extent a mischaracterization.
My question is this: why did it take months later a story by Jonathan Karl for them to behave like this? And I do think they were pretty angry, Greg, based on that private meeting that Carney had. And this has vindicated Fox News and the excellent reporting. I just want to point out James Rosen, Catherine Herridge, Jennifer Griffin, Adam Housley, Brett Baer, Stephen Hayes, the A-team. They followed their lead.
Last word?
Well, I was just going to say the New York Times and the liberal media has just become the propaganda arm of this administration, and they're unwilling, despite evidence to the contrary, to do their job.
Don't go yet. I can answer your question, Ange. What took them so long? Joe Scarborough did it for us this morning. That fake Republican this morning said if the far right didn't overplay their hand, we would have covered it. What the hell does that mean, Scarborough?
Because I'll tell you what it means. You politicize these things.
You and Joe are breaking up.
When you politicize things, in fact, you interfere. You gave the media an out because they said, oh, this is just a political fight in the middle of a campaign.
A political
All right,
fight.
guys. Got to wrap this thing up. What a lively
you
segment.
got a face from her.
All right.
What's that mean?
Kimberly, am I going to have to come over there?
Please
All right.
do.
Okay. Has Hillary Clinton hurt her chances at the White House in 2016 because of her role in the Benghazi scandal? That debate when the 5 returns.